some NBA action going. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, LeBron James is closing in on the top 3 all-time list in scoring. LeBron said it's an honor, but he added, scoring has never been on my list of goals. Facilitating, rebounding, defending, getting block shots and things of that nature always ranked above them. Kevin, he has filled up the box score for a long time.
He can impact the game in so many ways. DA, thank you. And quite a few players out of the lineup, taking a look at who's out for both teams.
A half dozen scratches from the game. A lot of players stuck watching from the sidelines.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. E.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in its small forward. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Anthony Davis is out there with Caldwell Pope, and it's McGee in at the 5, patrolling the paint.
And for so many things that the Rockets do right, one area they can lapse in is rebounding.
Yeah, and a big part of that, I think, is they play a lot of small ball, and the defense is decent, but the rebounding suffers when they go small. They were bottom 3 in the league last year in rebounds.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game. Rockets on defense. Here's Davis. Another shot. Outside, Green. Lets it go from deep. They get the rebound. Here's McGee. Trying to get open as Davis. The shot's good from McGee.
You've got to box out on the boards. When you don't, that's what happens.
And here's Westbrook from the line. And it's LeBron James with the rebound.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Loads it up for Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I think the pass was even better. I mean, that was room service delivery at its finest.
Here's Westbrook. Following the basket by Anthony Davis. Westbrook missing again.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, you know, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, his quickness can be overwhelming at times. Really hard to defend if you're not physical and focused.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. That free throw good from Caldwell-Pope.
And the feeling has been that the Lakers needed to acquire more veteran talent to put alongside LeBron, and they've done just that.
And, you know, time is creeping up on LeBron. He turns 35 this season. Really, for the Lakers, the time is now if they're going to compete to get him another ring and perhaps themselves another banner.
And Caldwell-Pope drops them both.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, his defensive quickness sets him apart.
Westbrook against LeBron. Excellent D that time there from McGee.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Pushing it up. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist from Westbrook.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
And there's the foul. Will go on P.J. Tucker. That's his first foul. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Green dishes to James. And he drops it in from the low post.
Man, you got to respect and appreciate how polished LeBron is inside. I mean, he really excels at creating opportunities for himself close to the rim.
Now here's Westbrook. Harden inside the three-point line. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. McGee's got his 4th rebound in this one.
You know, currently they're just 1 of 5 from the field. That's not going to get it done.
Connects from 3-point range. Caldwell-Pope's got 5.
And And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
And Westbrook gets it to go.
His first make, and, you know, maybe that will get him going.
Westbrook against Green. Davis kicks to McGee. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last.
I'm not sure whose fault that was, guys, but they need to get on the same page here.
Rockets trail by 7. Outside Westbrook. No good on the triple.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Floats it up for Davis. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely sleek.
Covington with the bucket. Clark, we're seeing a lot of shooters drawing contact. They have that art form down. They know exactly what to do and how to position their bodies, don't they?
Yeah, you really do, Kevin. And I don't know if anybody's any better than James Harden. In part because he's so skilled with the ball, but he's a really thick, strong, agile guard, which makes him hard to defend without fouling him. And he's really developed that ability to seek contact in a legal manner. And I don't think anybody does it any better than him.
Now here's Westbrook. Here is House. Tucker with the ball. He kicks it to Harden. The pass to Westbrook. Just 5 on the clock. Trying his work from deep. And the rejection by James.
Using his length and timing and bounce to perfection there. LeBron James, excellent shot block.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
Well, you know, last season for the Rockets, not as strong as the season prior. 53 wins and 4th seed compared to 65 wins and the #1 seed in 2018. Still face the same fate in the playoffs, though. Not able to overcome the Warriors.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. For the Rockets. There's 1:47 left to play in the first quarter. McLemore, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. But for the Rockets, that was the 4th time in the last 5 years they've lost to the Warriors in the playoffs.
And it's easy to see why this team has become a bit obsessed with beating the Warriors. They've been unable to do it in 4 or 5 meetings. The team is still in a good spot to compete. I think they just need to tweak just a touch to maybe get over the hump.
And he knocks down the first one. And he makes the first, but misses the second.
And, you know, quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years, guys, from the front office to the coaching staff. I think it's always important for an organization to have a common voice to speak in stereo and have everybody in proper alignment from the top down to the court.
Now here's Waiters. Here's Kuzma. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Waiters grabs the miss. And as the Lakers have looked to fill positions, Clark, a real affinity for candidates with the Lakers' history.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. They view it as a family, but here recently, they've expanded their options and have looked outside of past Laker pedigree in terms of filling some key spots, which is part of what you have to do if you're going to move forward and be successful.
A double clutch. Smith trying to break loose. Howard misses.
Oops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
Three-pointer. Smith, no good. Rockets trail by 5. Here's McLemore. The shot, no good. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Oh, Kuzma's in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk.
Guys, I tell you, there are assists, and then there are delicious dimes. This was the latter.
Here's Caruso. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We come back right after this. LeBron James is the all-time leader in playoff field goals made, and he had this to say about his ability to nail clutch shots.
I always feel like I got it. I always feel like I got it in the clutch, no matter what's going on throughout the course of a game. Even when you're struggling at times or you're not shooting the ball particularly well, I just feel like it's going in.
That's the type of confidence you got to have.
The words of a leader. James has proven time and time again that he's dangerous in late game situations.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them wrapped. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
Kyle Kuzma is out there with Markieff Morris. Then there's J.R. Smith. Then there's Howard. And it's Waiters in at the point. That's the Laker 5.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Smith the pass to Kuzma. The 3. Smith, no luck. Nuggets trail by 5. Clement. He is guarded by Waiters. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Lakers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
And last season, really not a fun one for Dwight Howard, as he missed a lot of time. A lot of games left on the table by him as he has battled those back issues.
And the Rockets with possession here after Dion Waiters getting his 3 to go. Carroll with it, and it's Howard picking him up. 5 to shoot. Carroll dishes to Green. The 17-footer. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And with Howard, his presence was missed in the lineup last year due to injury.
And Howard isn't what he once was, but he can still make a difference on the floor. That size and rebounding really hard to replace on a team by just one player.
Timeout call for Rockets.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Here for the Lakers. Davis is checked in for Howard. LeBron comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Green is checked in for Smith. And it's Alex Caruso in for Waiters. Now here's Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Here's Caruso. 6-point game. Here's James. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Really, that's his specialty right there. Finding that angle and then going hard to the rim.
Top of the key. Westbrook, no good.
Yeah, you know, guys, this has been far from his best game. A disappointing outing for both him and the team.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for him so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
Now here's Westbrook. Over LeBron. Another miss by Westbrook.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive. Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
James looking it over. Green finds Davis. LeBron drives in, and LeBron throws it down.
And LeBron is a force rolling to the rim. When he's diving inside, he's looking for the punch.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter.
Well, you know, guys, with the style of offense the Rockets play, they hear some criticism. They look for fouls, they want to draw fouls, and they shoot a ton of threes. No matter what the game situation is, they're jacking up threes. It does polarize some fans and purists who follow the game.
Here's Morris, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
They are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
And with the Rockets, they've heard plenty about how they look for fouls.
And that's a big part of how they attack. I mean, they want to draw fouls, want to get to that foul line. They make no bones about it. But because of the pace of play being as slow as it was for them, they were third in that category. They also were third in free throws made.
Free throw good for Morris. A big jump in scoring, but I think a lot of that is because of the prolific role players we have in the NBA now.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. When you think about starters putting up points, and then you have guys that fortify benches and can get points in bunches, the first name that comes to mind for me, Lou Williams. A designated role of scoring the basketball in limited minutes. And when he gets it going, watch out. Nobody quite like Lou Williams putting it in the basket as a role player.
Here's James following the three by Houston. Outside for Davis to the middle. Here's Morris. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Morris has got 5 points now this quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That is his first foul of the game. JaVale McGee's checked in for Markieff Morris. Here's Westbrook. He's got 6. Here's Harden. Covington trying to break free. Doesn't go that time. Caldwell Pope with some nice D. Down low. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And rising up well to finish off the dunk with power. Tremendous athleticism by Kentavious Caldwell Pope, KCP.
Now here's Westbrook. Chalk up 2 there. Westbrook's got 8 points.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
Caldwell Pope kicks to LeBron. Over Harden. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling, and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope. His only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
The shot's good.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Beyond the arc. The shot, no good. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kentavious, you've been able to produce easily and efficiently in the first half. What's enabled you to keep it going?
I'm just moving on the offensive end, just finding the open spot. They turn their heads a lot, so I'm just trying to get to the open spot and then knock down a shot. Either I'm cutting to the back, so I spot up for the 3.
Been on a roll so far. We'll see if we can keep it up. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. The Lakers did not hesitate to set the pace. Some major league offense and defense in the mix as they raced out to an 11-2 lead. By the end of the first quarter, their lead was 7. In the second quarter, they faced a much tougher challenge, but they intensified their efforts and pulled further ahead, finishing 10 points up at the half. And taking a look at the Lakers, Shaq, what'd you think?
Well, Kenny should appreciate this. I love the ball room. They were in sync as a unit, and their assist numbers were impressive. Anytime you get 5 players working together like that instead of one guy doing it wrong, it's always going to be a boost. That's the primary reason they're in control of the game.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about Houston?
Well, obviously, they didn't show up on the glass at all. They were getting outworked, out-hustled, and outplayed. And their competition showed just the opposite. They wanted it more. You can't give up a ton of extra possession.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Go over here.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Xavier Caldwell-Pope really making a difference here.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. One half to go. So on the floor for Houston. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the 3. And with all the accolades that James Harden has accumulated in his career, Clark, the one thing missing is a championship ring.
And, you know, there's no guarantees for however great you are individually that you'll win a championship. We've got a lot of great players that aren't able to get that done. But, you know, when you think about it, that's one thing that's keeping him from being in the all-time great shooting guard conversation in the eyes of some. Team success is critically important. Championships add to your resume, but I think at the end of the day, when you maximize your individual contributions, that should be worth something in terms of your recognition and accolades.
And it's Westbrook missing.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
And it's Davis finishing it off.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely sleep.
For 3, Covington, rebounded by the Lakers.
Boy, they need to pick it up here now. I mean, they're 0-4 coming out of the break.
Green, the pass to McGee. LeBron against Harden. He's over Covington.
And you look at the Lakers desperate to surround LeBron with talent to win now. They have improved, but is it enough to go deep in the West?
The Lakers have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
Hey, you know, guys, McGee has won back-to-back titles with the Warriors. You know, that's not too bad for a journeyman.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Lakers. Dion Waiters comes in for James. Green is checked in for Houston. Another miss by Houston. And the Lakers, for decades, Clark, a magnet for superstar free agents.
Yeah, and you know, guys, in recent years, more of a mixed bag in that regard. Whether it's the turmoil in the Lakers organization, I think that's part of it, or the prospect of playing in LeBron's shadow. A number of elite players have elected to go elsewhere this fall.
To the inside. Stolen by Westbrook. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. House has got the ball. And Westbrook throws it down. Here's Waiters. 5 points in the game. Outside, Davis. And they double up Davis. Yep, it counts. Davis has got 12 in the game.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
Timeout called the Rockets. Look, you were such a terrific athlete growing up, and it must be fun for you watching your kids and soon your grandkids go through their athletic journey.
It really is one of the great blessings and fruits of my life to see our kids grow and develop as people, but also to enjoy different sports. Our boys played basketball and soccer, and our daughter played volleyball, all played in college at some level. And so it is great. Anytime you see your kids find their lane, enjoy running in it, and do well in that lane, it's joy indescribable.
Passes to Howard. And the Lakers turn it over again. The Rockets making a switch here. McLemore is checked in. Rockets trail by 13. Clement. He's guarded by Waiters. And a miss there on the triple. Lakers have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Loads it up for Davis. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
And, you know, I think this is exactly what you want Howard to do. I mean, when somebody's open, show that you're willing to give the ball up.
And here are the Rockets now. Doubled by Smith. From deep, Green. Rebound by Smith. Lakers leading by 15. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And it's Davis with the jam.
He pulls off the Houdini to take that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop.
And the crowd got their jaws dropped on that one. Total disbelief.
Here's Carroll, and Davis sends it back.
I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
Rockets trail by 19. To the paint. Got a piece of it. Howard with the steal. Fast break. The Lakers. Loads it up for Waiters. Stolen by Rivers. And now here's Rivers with fast break opportunity. On deep, McLemore. He is hauled in by Los Angeles. Davis has got 5 rebounds tonight. You know, at this point in his career, Austin Rivers has proven how deadly he can be as a weapon guard off the bench.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, I like the energy that Rivers comes in with. I mean, he pushes the tempo and looks for a shot as well. And I think he can play either guard spot effectively.
Howard dishes to Waiters. And they double up Davis. A beautiful reverse layup. Davis has got 20 points.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Rockets trail by 21. Pass to Rivers. There's the feed to Green. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And that's why you don't let him get positioned deep in the post.
Exactly. I mean, once he's got the ball in that area, the battle's already lost.
Davis kicks to Howard. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Checked in for the Lakers. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Robert Covington's checked in for Green. And it's Carroll with the ball for the Houston Rockets. Launches a 3. Offensive rebound. It's stolen by Smith. Kuzma outside. Howard can't hit.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
And Morris comes over to help. Rocket 6. And here's Covington from the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Covington's got 7 points in the game. Here's Waiters. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Lakers lead by 18.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Kuzma outside. Got it up. Oh, and nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
An ideal way to end the quarter with momentum on your side.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Lakers ahead, up 19. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Lakers leading by 19. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Inside, we've got Kuzma and McGee. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the 3 spot. That's the Laker 5. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Caldwell Pope's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Lakers. So here's Westbrook, and the foul is called. The intentional drop in there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Daniel House has checked in for the Rockets. Covington passes to Tucker. For 3, Westbrook, and another 3 for Houston.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
And, you know, this is where James is most dangerous, attacking and looking to tear into that defense.
60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. And stolen by James. And here they go. And LeBron throws it down.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Now here's Harden. Puts up a 3. Drills the three-pointer.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Lakers leading by 19 points. Now LeBron over Harden. James finds Green. LeBron against Harden. They kick it out to Green. Shot clock at 5. Pass to McGee. Three-pointer. And it's Green missing. Rockets trailed by 19. And Harden wide open. He shoots. And it's off from three-point range. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 4 on field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Green deciding where to go with it. And the foul on Harden. That's foul number 2 for him. The Lakers making a switch here. Davis is checked in. Inside, it's tipped. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. McGee dishes to James. 5 on the clock. Over Harden. Trying to get open is Davis. A second chance effort. Back to McGee. Rebounded by Covington. Covington's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The pass to Westbrook. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And that's 15 points for Russell Westbrook.
And, you know, when you get a clean look at the rim, Harden usually will find you. I think he's underrated and undervalued at making his teammates better.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Robert Covington picks one up. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Lakers.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
Well, you've also got to love how aggressively they've taken that ball to the basket and scored off dribble penetration.
And so Anthony Davis nails both of them.
Davis is really the total package, a mobile, sharp-shooting big guy who can score from everywhere.
Westbrook up top, James covering. Westbrook kicks to Harden, over Green. Harden's shot is off. So it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Los Angeles Lakers. 22 is their biggest lead. James outside. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Outside, Green. The offensive rebound. McGee, the pass to Davis. Lays it up off the glass. Davis has got 18 points just in the second half.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Harden. Covington trying to break free. Harden, no good.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Here's Davis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Robert Covington picks one up.
Well, it's no secret that the Rockets are looking to take threes as often as possible. Over 45 a game last year.
Well, you think about the Rockets, and clearly they're the forerunners of the analytics application in how they play. Well over half their shots last season from three-point range broke their own record last year in three-point attempts.
Free throw good, Davis.
Well, you know, for so long, Mike D'Antoni has been a vanguard on NBA offense. His teams have always played great offense, moving, spacing, dynamic players. Defense has not been at the level of offense, but I think he's actually improved as a coach in that area as well.
Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Oh, Covington really is fantastic at getting his arms high in the air when he's attempting a shot inside. Really gives the defense no chance to catch up to it or get to it.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. Free throw drops for Covington. And Clark, part of it for D'Antoni is that he is delegating defensive duties.
Yeah, and I like that, Kevin. He's made sure to have a defensive coordinator on his staff, delegating that role and responsibility. He thinks and knows that his team is better off that way.
And that one's good, Caruso.
The defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job.
Passes it to McLemore. Here's Chandler. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. Both teams deciding to change it up. Los Angeles leading by 21.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Lakers.
Starting five must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Anthony Davis.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot heat.
Second chance shot. That shot off, and the Rockets take it the other way. And here's Harden. Buries it down low.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency. They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
McGee at the line for two.
That's good from McGee. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Jared Dudley's checked in for Davis. Smith comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for Green. And Cook subbed in for LeBron. Houston with a big group substitution here. Tyson Chandler, who's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Caboclo comes in for Robert Covington. And Mbah-a-Moute's checked in for Daniel House. And McLemore's subbed in for James Harden. Kicks it to McLemore. Right wing. And Mbah-a-Moute the pass to Caboclo. A rebound by the Lakers. There's 31 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Dishes to McGee. To the left side wing. Smith outside. Off target from three-point range. Wide open. They get it back.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
That's exactly right. No need to catch it when you've got the kind of soft hands that he does.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
All right, guys, peace out. Signing out.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.